Hello everybody, it's me 64, and today I'm going to show you how you can make a simple and efficient kelp farm. Now, as you can see right over here, this is the kelp farm I'm going to be showing you how to build. This little thing over here produces about 3 stacks of kelp per hour, and that's not a lot, but it sure is enough to satisfy small needs for kelp. But let's say that that isn't enough, right? Well, you can build as many of these stacked on top of each other, opposite of each other, anything like that. So you don't have to build one of these just like this. You can build 10 of these all on top of each other. You can stack these all the way up to build height, and then you can build like 20 of them or something like that, and then you'll get 20 times 3 stacks per hour. So it's really customizable, and they're all the exact same. And I'm just going to show you how you can build this thing over here, and then you can stack them and assort them in any way that you want, or you can just, leave it exactly like this, how it is, if you do not need huge amounts of kelp. So, of course, you're going to need some materials to actually be able to build this. You'll need about 2 stacks of the solid blocks. Now, these can be any solid blocks that you want. You'll need 2 water buckets. Now, you will use these to make an infinite water source, so you will eventually, of course, need more than 2 times water. You'll need half a stack of glass. This glass can of course be stained in any color you want, although I suggest you to not actually use the new tinted glass, because if not enough light comes through here, then the kelp might not grow. So you shouldn't use tinted glass. You want to have 16 dirt, 16 pistons, 16 redstone dust, 4 observers, 8 signs, 1 chest, and 1 hopper as well. So let's get right into building this. Anyway, to start off, what you want to do is you want to place 8 solid blocks in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like this. Then you want to skip a block and place 8 dirt parallel to that, just like this. And then do the exact same on the other side. So skip a block and then place another 8 dirt, just like so. Then you want to place 2 temporary blocks over here. Place a block on top of both of those, and then break those, just like this. Then come over here and extend that, just like so, all the way like this. So you will have something that looks a little bit like this. Then you want to come to one side. This can be any side that you want, although it has to be one of the shorter sides. So either this side or this side, and that is going to be the back of your farm. So for me, I want the back of my farm to be over here. So if this is the side where I want the back of my farm to be, I want to locate this middle thing right over here, and then place 2 blocks behind that, just like so. Then, once you have done that, you want to come over to the dirt, place 1 block on top of it, and then place another block off of that. Then you can break that block and place 8 blocks in a row, just like that. And then you can again do the exact same thing on the other side, just like so. Then what you can do is you can place 3 blocks, just like this right over there, and then the same thing on the other side. Then you want to extend that 3 blocks up. 1, 2, 3. And then the exact same on the other side. So extend that up 3 blocks as well. Then, once you have done that, you want to come to the opposite side and then do the exact same thing. So make that wall and then extend it 3 more blocks up. And again, make the wall, then 1, 2, 3 blocks higher, just like that. Then you want to grab your pistons and locate the dirt right over here. Now on one side of the dirt, you're going to have a wall And then you're going to have an area right here in the middle. And on the other side, you're going to have a wall just like this, and then grass or dirt or whatever your floor is. Anyway, you want to come to that side and place 8 pistons just like this. Now you want to make sure that the wooden part of the piston, which is like the brown part, is facing towards this area right over here in the middle. And then you want to do the exact same on the other side. So place another 8 pistons just like that. So after the pistons are in place, you want to go over to them again and then go to a side, doesn't matter what side, but it has to be one of the sides which has these walls on it. Then go to the pistons and then skip 1 piston and then place an observer on the other one. Now you want to make sure to place this observer from behind. So when you are inside of the farm, standing right over here, you want to make sure that you will be able to see the face of the observer right over there. If the observer is looking like this, then it's incorrect. You want to make sure that when you are standing over here, the observer is, the face of the observer is what you can see. And you can also see that by the arrows on the back. You want to make sure the arrows, which are on the top of the observers, are facing away from the farm. So you want to make sure that you have an observer in both of these places. And once you have that, you want to place an observer on the other side as well, on the exact opposite part. So skip 1 piston, observer, then come to the other side, skip 1 piston, and then place another observer. And once again, when you're standing in the middle over here, you should be able to see the faces of the observers and not the red dot. Anyways, once you've done that, you can grab some blocks and then extend that back area up so that you now have a fully solid back wall. Then what you can do is you can grab yourself some glass and then come to these 2 places right over here, which are going to be the 2 rows of blocks which are going to be next to the middle area. Then you want to make a wall of glass on top of that. You want that to be too tall, and you just want to make a small wall of glass just like that, and then do the exact same on the other side, just like this. That'll ensure that all the kelp is kept inside the farm. Anyways, then you want to come over to the pistons and place a solid block on top of each piston that does not have an observer on it. So you just want to leave the observers as they are, but place a solid block on top of each of the pistons that does not have an observer on it. Then what you can do next is place 1 block in front of each of the top glass. Now these are going to be temporary blocks, so you'll have to remove them later. So you want to place 1 block against each of the top glass, just like that, and then do the exact same on the other side. Then once you have done that, you want to come to the very side of the farm, to the row where the observers are in, and then you want to place a row of blocks just like that, and then go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Then once you have done that, you want to come down over here and locate this wall. You want to skip 1 block and then place 3 blocks going upwards, just like so. Then what you are going to want to do is grab yourself some signs and then come to the area where there is not a hole. So on one side, you're going to have a hole right over here, and on the other side, you're not going to have a hole. That is the back of the farm. Anyway, you want to come there, and you want to place a sign right there. And you don't need to write anything on that. You can just click away immediately. Yeah, so nothing needs to be written on the sign. Anyways, then you want to place another 7 signs off of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now these signs are very, very important, and they ensure that all the drops from this farm will be able to be collected correctly. So once each and every one of the signs is in place, you can come to the floor, and then once you are there or wherever you want, you just want to make a 2x2 area just like this with some walls around it. Then you want to place 2 water buckets in there on opposite sides to create an infinite water source. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys know exactly how that works. Then with your infinite water source, you want to be able to place 1 water bucket on top of each of the temporary blocks you have just placed, which are going to be the blocks next to the glass. So you can do that on one side, just like that, and do it on the other side as well. And as you can see, these signs are going to stop the water from flowing all the way down over here. Then when you are down here, you want to place a water bucket at the back of the farm. And now the back of the farm is the area where there is not a hole right over here. So that's where you want to place a water bucket. And the water should flow exactly to that edge right over there. Anyways, once you have done that, you can come back to the infinite water source and you can completely eliminate it. You will not need this anymore. So yeah, you can just eliminate it. You don't need that anymore. Then you can come over to the water, and remember that we placed those temporary blocks. Well, now you can break them. And you want to be careful that you do not break anything else. You only want to break those temporary blocks. And then the water should flow all the way down into the bottom of the farm. And you want to make sure that you do that on both sides. Then once you have done that, it's time to make the collection system for this farm. To do that is just to come to any side and then dig a little trench or something, just like this, and then place a chest right 1 block underneath where this water goes to, and then crouch and place a hopper on top of that. Now, why did we dig this little area out? That is so that you can easily access the chest. So you can just walk in here and head over to the chest anytime you want to collect the items. One thing you do need to do though is build up 2 blocks over here, so no items will be able to accidentally go over the hopper and land right over here, because we don't want that. Then right now it is time to do the final thing. You want to grab yourself your kelp, which you'll need 16 of, and then place 1 kelp everywhere down here on the dirt that you have placed earlier. Now it doesn't matter if this dirt has turned into grass or anything. That really doesn't matter. As you can see by me over here, it's all turned into grass, but that's absolutely fine because yeah, it'll just still work. Anyways, right now the entire farm is almost finished. All you need to do is come to the pistons, which are right over here, and then place 1 block behind each of the pistons, and then do that on the other side as well. Then once you have done that, place 1 redstone dust on top of each of these pistons. Now this will allow the kelp to get harvested really easily and automatically without any of your interference, because that's what this farm is for, isn't it? Anyway, the farm is now completely done. If I didn't forget anything, well, there's an optional step, and the optional step is to place blocks above each of those areas over there, and you can do that on the other side as well. Now, I tested this and this didn't actually really prevent loss, but if you want to be safe and like seriously have no loss at all, then I recommend that you do place those blocks there. Anyways, to demonstrate to you exactly how the farm works, I can just quickly go into settings and change the random tick speed to, for example, 200 right over here. And as you can see, the kelp is growing right now and getting automatically harvested by the pistons. Now the kelp will all flow up to the top, as you can see right there, each time it gets harvested. And then it'll all fall down into that area. Then once it has fallen down into there, it'll get funneled into this hopper, and the hopper will put it right into this chest. Now keep in mind that this is the farm running at 200 times speed. So normally it would be 200 times as slow as this. But I just turned it this fast just so you guys could see how it works, and it's really, really cool. And it's a really nice design. Now, if you do have any questions or concerns or comments about this, make sure to leave those in the comment section down below. And anyways, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And oh yeah, don't forget to join my Discord. The link for that will be down in the description. Bye-bye.